And we are live at the scene at the illustrious Day of the Devs event, the world where games become reality and our dreams come forth in one beautiful moment, so we can all feel for that one fleeting second that anything is possible, joy is achievable, and happiness is not something that was promised to you but never fulfilled. My plan today is to talk to people, both developer and civilian, and find out what exactly is worth playing, what exists in the indie sphere, and what is it that drives the hearts of man to pursue gaming as the ultimate passion, pursuit, and art form. Since the dawn of gaming, people have wondered, could there be a game good enough to surpass anything from Japan? So far, there's not been a single game to match this level of quality, this level of mystique, this level of intrigue. It's anything from the illustrious From Software. However, these two developers are proving that they are going to go against this Herculean effort. They have got something that can stand this test, something that might even, dare I say, surpass it with wit, aplomb, gusto, all those other words that you use to describe something good. They've got it all right here with Queen's Domain, something I played, enjoyed, and died at in a very embarrassing way. So, who are you guys, and what's the game all about?
I'm Bradley. I do the coding and animation stuff. He's probably better to describe the game, though.
I'm Eric. I do all the art and writing, music, that kind of thing. The game is Queen's Domain. It's a Kingsfield-like. There is literally nothing else to say about it.
Why did you want to make Queen's Domain? What came across in your mind where you thought this needs to be put into the world?
Basically, I played Lunacid and thought, this is cool, there should be more games like Kingsfield.
What exactly prompted you to come to Day of the Devs? What was the impetus for that?
Well, our publisher told us the game would be here, and so we decided it'd be fun to show up.
In the development of Queen's Domain, has there been anything that you found that's really stood out, something that really sets it apart from other games of the Kings-like genre?
I guess the vibe of the game is more in line with the Kingsfield traditional stuff.
I personally, yeah. I really enjoyed playing it. I like how I died really quickly and embarrassingly because I tried to aggro every enemy, ran away, and, was brutally beaten to death. So I'm excited to play the full game. I think it's going to be something really, really good. I think anyone with any interest in a Dark Souls title, anyone who pretends to play Kingsfield for credit online can play this and kind of see what they're getting into. I think it's something that'll really be interesting to a lot of people and maybe open up the world of Kingsfield to a whole new generation of gamers. And I thank you for making it.
Thank you.
The year is 1999. Americans around the world see a fantastic film that changes their mindscape indefinitely and permanently. That film is Office Space. They realize that working, even though it provides for you, even though it is something that lets your family eat daily, even though it is something that does not require you to go out, slay a boar, skin it, get the bones out, get the meat yourself, you will not live a fulfilling life. In fact, your life may even be worse if you were doing those things. And this is a sentiment, a virus, a feeling that has lingered throughout the American public and perhaps the public at large ever since the release of this film. And now, in a much greater medium, the medium of video games, we now have something that can grab that feeling, manipulate it, wrap it around its little pinky finger, and force it to do its bidding. And that game is CYBRLICH and the Death Cult of Labor. And here with me I have the animator, one of the great minds behind this game, CYBRLICH, Big Honk himself.
I'm Big Honk. I'm Peter Larson Schmidt. I was beautifully put. I just want to say, yes, this is Office Space with necromancers, skeletons, and cybernetic implants.
It's a fantastic game. So what exactly was the impetus for CYBRLICH? Why did it get made?
You know, everybody on the team has a different story about having to deal with some corporate bullshit, or even just some retail bullshit or some customer service bullshit. For me personally, 10 years in the animation industry takes its toll. You don't own anything. This is a game about the catharsis of leaning into my own style and leaning into the frustrations that we deal with. The joke we often say is, just like in real life, you eat burgers to heal your physical health, you smoke weed to heal your mental health, and it's almost too realistic, and we're always trying to find ways to make it more fantastical because of how much this feels like working a fucking job.
Speaking of fantastical, the main character, CYBRLICH, the Barbarian, was he chosen specifically? Was there any, affinity or meaning behind the choice of Barbarian in this corporate hellscape world?
Yeah, I think it's actually really important that we play a character that maybe doesn't fit into the modern landscape. Like many of us, we don't feel like we fit into the late capitalist stage that we all live under in a world of tech and capital and dark magic and dark money, who would fit in less than a fucking chaotic neutral barbarian with a GED?
Sort of like G.G. Allen working at BlackRock.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And G.G. Allen is gonna fucking go crazy and start eating burgers and kicking vending machines open.
Exactly, yes. So if you are someone who has worked a corporate job, thought about working a corporate job, or just has dissatisfaction with your life and wondered if there was anything in the world that could sort of put that into motion, put that in your hands and make you understand what it could be like to break free of that, and perhaps give you some ideas on how to further your life, push you in the right direction, I would say to pick up CYBRLICH, give it a shot, play it for a while, read it, ingest it, enjoy it, and see what it does to your mind. And where can people find the game, and where can people find you?
So I'm at Big Honk on most media. You can find the game at CYBRLICH, CYBRLICH. So if you want to play the game, there's no demo, but we source playtesters through our Discord. We try to do a playtest every few months. So join the Discord, go to cyberlich.com. That'll take you to the Steam page. Again, CYBRLICH. There's no E in this world.
Fantastic. Join it, enjoy it, become something completely new. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Always wonderful, yeah. Sports and gamers. There have never been two things more dissonant, more enemies naturally. Like the mongoose and the snake, they simply do not go together. Until today, with the advent of the game Pro JANK Footy, we have found that in fact, gamers can enjoy sports if they are safely contained within their couches, playing it, enjoying it, and brutalizing each other with the power of the Ute, the TV remote, and other fantastical things within this fantastic game created by two of these fantastic developers from down under. So, fellas, who are you?
Well, that's a hell of an introduction.
Oh, man.
Look, we'll try and live up to it, but we are Powerbomb Games. I'm Cam Rogers, I'm the producer, and this is David Ashby, who's the creative director.
Fantastic. So what exactly, what was the impetus for Pro JANK Footy? Why is it being made? What caused you guys to make this?
The impetus of the game came about back in February 24, where Cam and I are part of a fantasy league for Australian Rules Football, and we'd had a barbecue, and after we did our draft, Cam was like, "You should make a video game, because there's not enough funny video games out there." And so I was like, all right, let's get it done. And so within a space of a month, we put a team together to make an Australian Rules Football game, purely because there have been Australian Rules Football games over the years, like on Commodore 64, on Nintendo, but there was never like an NBA Jam era retro style adaptation to sport. But the thing about Aussie Rules Football is, which we're fully aware and have embraced, is that nobody outside Australia knows what we're talking about. And
I have no idea.
Exactly. Which is, you're the best audience, man. So with our game, we wanted to lean in the fact that nobody knows the rules, so how do we find a way to exploit that in a funny way? And so it came about a simple mechanic whereby whenever someone scores a goal, the opposition player gets to choose a power-up, which changes the rules of the game. And since footy is a high-scoring game, you get more and more power-ups. So the game becomes less about playing the sport and more about how janky you can make the game.
I love it. The chaos. I was telling you guys earlier, I'm a tried and true gamer, have been ever since I was a stem cell, essentially. And this is the first and only sport game I have ever enjoyed in my life. You guys have really got something really special here. And I think that anyone out there, it doesn't matter if you like Dark Souls or another game, you should try this one out. If you like to have fun, if you like to smile, if you like to make your friends feel bad because you beat them so horrifically in the gaming world, you should check it out. Where can people find you guys? Where are you guys at?
Well, where you can find Powerbomb Games, the website, powerbombgames.com.au, or just the Instagram, Powerbomb Games, Pro JANK Footy.
Yeah, we also have a Discord server for Pro JANK Footy, which we're very active on and keep everyone up to date. And we've got some exciting months ahead for the game, So hopefully it takes over the world.
Here's hoping. Yeah, go in there, ask about a drop bear. I heard about that once in a film or something. I heard that Australians really like it when you talk about that. Go in there, make a name for yourself, play the game, become a part of the community, overtake the community, utilize it to overthrow the world, as he was saying, and, just have a great freaking time. Just really enjoy yourself and have a big smile plastered on that face of yours. For decades at a time, people have wondered, what exactly is the greatest gaming console? However, this question has been answered years and years and years ago. The answer was and always will be the NES. Look no further than your favorite YouTuber, and you'll know this to be an indisputable fact. With me today is a man who understands this, a man who champions the system, and a man who wants people to understand, appreciate, and feel the intense suffering of the NES players of yesteryear. I have with me today Justin Silverman, and the games Toxic Crusaders and the Transylvania adventure of Simon Quest at the Mix Media, you know what it is. There's a title. All right, so yeah, Justin, how's it been? How's the Mix treating you and the GDC and all that stuff?
Nice.
Good. So what are these games all about?
See, we got some modern retro pixel throwback games here. The Transylvania Adventure of Simon Quest. Simon Quest is the name of the character, and it's pretty much a homage, parody, new type of game based off another series, a little classic mania, if you will, by a 1-2-man team that kind of tackled this type of game. They also did Prison City, and which is now Physical as well, the Limited Run, and the AVGN 8-bit game. So yeah, that's from Programmancer, publishing that, and then of course an internal dev project that we're working on is the Toxic Crusaders beat-em-up game, which is based off the 90s cartoon, which is based off the 1984 Truman film Toxic Avenger.
Yes, fantastic film. If you have not seen Toxic Avenger, you should watch it immediately. Just turn off this video, turn on the movie, and don't move until you complete it. You'll have a big smile on your face. So what exactly led to Toxic Crusaders being your first time, or the first kind of like foray into the game development world of RETROWARE?
Well, most of our development stuff beforehand, like with Iron Beach, or even like AVGN Deluxe, we're taking previous titles that were almost done, or kind of remastering, or kind of giving them more time to cook and helping the devs out with some issues they were having. But Toxic Crusaders is definitely our full in-house game that isn't done by someone like Programmancer who's on staff with us. Yeah, but that came about because we always wanted to make something cool. We've been sitting on it for a long time. Should have come out in 2023. But we got 4 or 5 games out between then, so we were kind of busy. We also didn't want to step on anyone's toes, considering Power Rangers came out, Karate Kid, and James and Bob Strike Back or whatever. We also had 2 Marvel titles come out, and you have Scott Pilgrim, and then He-Man's coming out too. So we're trying to dodge a lot of dates right now, not stepping on anyone's toes. But it's given us more time to really make the game shine. And considering it is season 2 of a show that never happened, and we wanted to let people feel like you're playing a Saturday morning cartoon, I think the wait's going to be worth it.
I think so. So keep an eye out. Keep your eyes open. Keep your wallets ready. Keep your Steam library wanting and greedy.
Yes.
For these 2 games. All right, Justin, thank you very much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Pablo Picasso. Other artists, I'm sure. Names that have resonated throughout time, resonated throughout our minds, our hearts, and our souls, have made us think and realize that art is something that can touch us, move us, and change the world. This man right here, right next to me, Pedro, has come 100,000 miles away, roughly. I'm not sure how far Brazil is. With a game that embodies this very idea, that art is something that can reshape the world to your will. Art is something that can shape the minds and the ideals of the people around you. And well, let's talk about it, frankly. So yeah, what is your game all about? What is it? What is your game?
So my game is an action adventure game. You play as multiple artists, which you can swap between. You can crumble the different art colors, all related to their specific art discipline. So the painter can use paint strokes, the musician can use guitar, the photographer can take pictures, the dancer can do all sorts of dance moves, and you can tie these moves together to do some crazy combos on the stages. It's crazy time.
What was kind of your main inspiration for making the game? What's led you to create Artius?
So my main inspiration for it is, it's a very natural inspiration. So I got into the game development scene because of Sonic fandoms.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, that's. I actually started because when I was a kid, I wanted to make a Sonic fan game. Actually, didn't want to make a Sonic fan game. I wanted to launch a Sonic fan game. Before that, I needed to install Game Maker. But I installed it. I was a dumb kid, didn't know how to use it, but it was on my computer. But eventually, my computer got a virus, and I had the program right there, so I started learning, messing with it, and then eventually That just turned into my frame. Then I joined the fan gaming scene, and eventually I got to work on Anthem Blast as the gameplay programmer. And with the revenue I got from that, I was able to fund my own little game. And then it just kicked off. I got a publisher, and it's a real thing now. So it's a very, very sought right now.
It's like a completely self-taught programmer, designer, everything.
Yeah, very self-taught. Yeah, Sonic Fangame really changed how it's run a lot of things.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, in a way, that idea, that art that you consume is also shaped you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Definitely.
All right, fantastic. And where can people find your game? Where's it at?
My game is on Steam. It's also available on other platforms such as there's a new browser platform called Spawns. It's a Brazilian thing, and you can play the game in browser. It's really important for our players to have this because a lot of people like have Chromebooks or
like maker machines.
yeah, and it's really good because this is an advantage of games. So like, they're lightweight. Right? And I'm really happy to be able to provide for these people. It's also able to play. It's also a man thing. So really care about getting to play. Yeah, so yeah, but main platform, especially for the American audience, is
Fantastic. You're someone who claims to appreciate art. You're someone who claims to have more than 2 brain cells rattling around in that skull of yours. Check this game out, play it, enjoy it, post videos of yourself playing it, mod Sonic into the game, do all kinds of wild and crazy stuff with it. Video games. For years and years and years and years and years, people look at video games and they think, this is something for play, this is something for amusement. I pick up the controller, I move the stick, I press the button, the character moves. What they don't realize is video games is a beautiful dance. It's a combination of graphics, gameplay, and some would say most importantly, the music. With me today, I've got 2 up-and-coming, young, inspiring, artistic, fantastic composers who are breaking their way into the indie scene with their amazing compositions and their dreams. And, well, I guess we're going to talk about it right now. So, what are your guys' names? Who are you?
Hello, I'm Antonio. I'm a composer from originally from Oklahoma. I just moved to the San Francisco area a few months ago. Yeah.
And I'm Jaime. I'm a composer and sound designer from Texas originally.
Right. And what exactly made you guys want to get into the gaming sphere with compositions and music?
Well, I started a program here at San Francisco at the San Francisco Conservatory of Music, and it's kind of gearing us towards like learning how to write for video games specifically, and that got me interested in coming out here and seeing what was going on out here at the different events at GDC, and trying to meet up and see what was going on in the game industry.
I've pretty much been a gamer since I was like this tall. I wore out my copy of Sonic 2 for the Genesis, destroyed that thing. I sucked, by the way. I was like playing the first 3 levels over and over again.
Great music.
And yeah, actually what got me into music was Guitar Hero. And then, you know, they've just been connected ever since.
Nice. All right. So is there anything you guys have got that you would want to show the world, like proof of your ability as a musician and in the gaming sphere or otherwise? Like, where can people find your compositions? What would you want to show off?
Yeah, I have a website and YouTube channel that you can check out with some of my compositions. Come from a concert music background. I grew up playing the clarinet in band and stuff, and a lot of my influences come from, you know, concert band music and clarinet. I also listen to a lot of hip hop and that kind of stuff. So I try to like implement electronic elements into my compositions as well.
And I just joined this studio. It's very new actually. We're working on a puzzle game called West in Peace, which has a very intricate music system, balancing, you know, dialogue systems and the puzzle elements and just kind of making everything seamless.
Beautiful. Are there any games you guys have worked on that you'd want to show the world? Anything, even a game jam, anything like that?
Yeah. There was a game that was pretty interesting. It was my first ever game. It was called Build a Band, and I worked on it with actually other composers as well, and we each like did different aspects of the music, and it's pretty cool because like there's different. You have to basically find. It's a puzzle game where you have to find the players, and they each have like their own instrument in their hand, and they're actually playing the music. So you have to build them and then it should create the soundtrack. So you're like, by completing the puzzles, you're completing the soundtrack, basically.
Revolutionary. Minecraft, sit down, a real expert is talking when you play Build a Band. All right. And last question, you mentioned the clarinet. Would you say you have any affinity towards any animated undersea characters?
Yeah, definitely Squidward. That was what got me into...
You look like Squidward, too.
Oh, wow. Okay, I never heard that one. Yeah, but Squidward, from an early age, that's what influenced me to pick up the clarinet and to see where I could take it, and it got me into composition. So, and I decided to take that route. Yeah.
Any animated influences for you?
You know, if we're going out the SpongeBob route, I really relate to Mr. Krabs because I too enjoy money.
Potential employers, look out. He will work if you got the money for it. All right, well, thank you guys so much for taking this time. Where can people find you?
AntonioGallegosmusic.com.
Yeah, and Jaime Morales Music is my Instagram, and same thing for my website.
All right. Look at it, follow them, potential real, future, current developers. Look for them, listen to what they got, contact them, get them on your next hot game, and I promise you will have Undertale 2 within the year.